You say you want peace, but when it finally arrives, soft, still, unthreatening, you flinch. Because peace doesn't feel peaceful. It feels unfamiliar. And unfamiliar often feels unsafe. You've prayed for calm, for ease, for someone who doesn't trigger your alarms. But when you get it, you look for the exit. Or worse, you light the match. Look, somewhere in your wiring, you learned that love is intensity, that relationships mean noise, tension, fire. You got used to walking on eggshells, reading between lines, watching for signs of withdrawal or explosion. And so, when calm shows up, your nervous system doesn't relax. It panics. But you do not recognize the core of it. You're linked to what you are used to know, to your kind of belief system. These are just some examples. It says, something's off. Where's the drama? Where's the proof? Where's the suffering I know how to survive? Of course you don't call it like that, but who knows? You might call it something like, something's off, or it is not that intense, or they are not the one. A red flag for my being. You don't sabotage peace because you hate it. You sabotage it because you don't trust it. Because deep down, you still think that love must hurt to mean something. Think about it. Have you ever met someone kind, attentive, grounded, and felt bored, uncomfortable, like you don't know what to talk about, or like you needed to test them, push them, provoke them? That's not about them. That's your body trying to return to a familiar rhythm called anxiety. The chaos you crave isn't passion. It's just the only thing you know how to dance with. You tell yourself you want peace. But when someone offers it without conditions, you start to ask, why are they calm? What are they hiding? Why don't they react the way I expect? So you stir the pot. You pick a fight. You withdraw affection just to see what happens. Not because you're cruel, but because you need to prove they'll stay. Because predictability still feels like danger in disguise. Or at least, they're boring. This isn't your fault. Your system was trained by the past. If love came wrapped in chaos, then calm feels like silence before the storm. But that's the truth. Not everyone leaves. Not everyone needs drama to stay close. And not every quiet moment is abandonment. It took me about 40 years just to understand that there are different love languages. So you can start with this. The next time you feel restless in a healthy space, just notice it. Name it. Say to yourself, this is just my nervous system searching for chaos. But I don't have to follow. Instead of acting on it, breathe. Pause. Ground yourself in the present moment. Listen to the tone of their voice. Feel the steadiness in the room. Let yourself be awkward. Let the discomfort sit beside you. I'll give you some examples. You're with someone kind. and you want to pull away. Try to stay a little longer. You feel like picking a fight just to feel alive? Try to journal first, at least in your mind. You suspect calmness means they don't care. Try asking, don't assume. You don't need to create storms to feel real. You don't need to break something to know it's strong. You don't need to test every connection to believe it's safe. Your healing begins the moment you recognize peace as safe, even if your body disagrees. And if that means doing nothing, good. That's the work. Peace isn't boring. It's a different kind of aliveness. It whispers instead of screams. It feels like consistency, like reliability, like your body slowly unclenching after years of war. So if you hear sabotaging something that feels soft, pause. You're not broken. You're just detoxing from chaos. Let it be boring. Let it be calm. Let it be safe. And one day you'll realize what you called boring was actually the beginning of feeling loved without having to bleed for it.